Y'all, why did this Fulton County Jail inmate bite off a piece of the ear of a deputy? Yes, y'all. This happened Friday, April the 7th. And I have not been able to find the news story from reporter Morris Diggs. He's so wonderful. Maybe he's still gathering information. But anyway, so it's reported that the fellow deputies took the deputy to Grady Hospital. Now, whether they were able to reattach the piece of the ear or not, I'm not sure. I'll let you know. Now, you all know we've been really bringing these stories, Fulton County, because it just keeps coming out. As I said, no, it's nothing new, y'all. But because these inmates are recording everything, it's getting out. And now everything is just being blown up, okay? From the deputy who had an inappropriate relationship with the inmate, from the deputy who was opening doors to let another inmate basically run the jail and assault other inmates, okay? Them bringing in outside food, okay? They were being paid $1,000 to bring the inmate a cell phone. And it's my understanding, because of all the heat that's going on, now that cost, that what they're willing to pay is $2,000. So now they will pay a deputy $2,000 to bring in a cell phone. Now, this is one of the largest jails in the country. Okay, but they've been having problems for a while. Okay, now case in point, Reynard Trotman, another deputy that was fired and arrested for opening cell doors for an inmate to be assaulted. Now, while he was a Fulton County deputy, guess what county he previously worked at? Clayton. And if you know, you know, okay? Former Sheriff Victor Hill, okay, of Clayton, was just sentenced to 6 to 12 years for violating civil rights and having people locked up.
His office holds anyone accountable if they're accused of committing a crime, including his workers. That's why they arrested Reynard Trotman, who had been employed here since July 2022 and now faces more than a dozen charges. These are the charges fired Fulton County Detention Officer Reynard Trotman now faces after Sheriff Pat Labat says Trotman provided access for inmates to assault another detainee. He says Trotman was the only worker with that access at the time.
Failed to render aid, failed to uphold, do their job. Took out the warrants necessary to make sure we had him arrested.
Labat says they checked surveillance video after seeing an inmate with lacerations and puncture wounds.
The detainee really tried to hide from other staff that he was injured. Once the right people did the right thing, we were able to get the necessary help.
According to Trotman's post file, which shows an officer's employment and training history, he was previously employed at the Clayton County Sheriff's Office, where he worked for 6 years before voluntarily resigning. Labat says that sometimes happens when officers try to find a different work environment. He says he was shocked to learn about the attack in his own jail and Trotman's alleged involvement.
And I remember vividly just the gregarious attitude, happy to be here. It's really irreprehensible to allow somebody to take advantage of another individual that you are supposed to be protecting.
Sheriff Labat says the multiple detainees who attacked the inmate will also be charged. They are also looking into whether Trotman and the inmate knew one another and whether another employee could be involved. Now, Labat says that they transported that injured inmate to the hospital and that they are fortunate that he survived. As for Trotman, the sheriff would not confirm where he is being held now that he's been arrested, but tells us it is not here at the Fulton County Jail.